So I feel like at Keele we get the opportunity to develop, yes, historical research, so we have a kind of proud tradition of creating PhD students and future historical research, but also the people who are going to transform business, the people who are going to alter how we deliver social services, or the people who are going to go on to become and inform of creative production in almost every area of society. And we do that not by showing how the past can be applied to the future. I don't really think that's how history operates, but rather history is a chance for us to get to grips with society and all of its complexity. It's a chance to study how societies actually work and the wide variety of ways in which they've worked in the past, in order to perhaps better understand the complexity of society now. And that, I suppose, in a sense, that kind of basic principle that people don't always do what you intend them to do, that actually they do something completely different, and we somehow need to understand that in developing our institutions.
I chose to study history at Keele because I attended many open days and everybody seemed so friendly and welcoming. And also the 600-acre campus just is so beautiful and really appealed to me. My favourite part of studying history at Keele is the wide variety of modules available for students to study. So in first year you can study from medieval to modern day, which is really fantastic. But I think the most important part of studying history at Keele to me is the welcoming and the inclusive atmosphere that every student feels when they study history. Alongside this, ever since I was a child, my parents have taken me to many National Trust properties, particularly within the local area, such as Biddulph Grange and Shugborough, and also Staffordshire is famous for the pottery industry, and it's so nice to study in a place that has so much history surrounding it.
Some of the skills you'll develop in your time here at Keele include critical thinking, analytical skills, including being able to analyse and evaluate large bodies of text. You'll also develop written and verbal communication skills to a very high level. You'll work collaboratively and develop teamwork and problem-solving ability. You'll also develop the ability to present information clearly and concisely. The skills that English and history students develop in the time at Keele are not only in demand in the workplace by graduate employers, they're also really useful to compete for graduate opportunities. Research suggests that humanities students are more confident using their critical thinking and communication skills than their peers studying other subjects.
If you do come to study at Keele, you'll find that outside of your studies, you'll spend a lot of time lounging around on the grass outside of Keele Hall. But what I really like about the campus is the ways in which it makes a lot of the history that we're actually studying real. There's an arboretum stocked with trees from around the world, really a vestige of the empire which shaped the construction of the stately home. There are a series of ponds going down into the woods, once fish ponds at one time, but more recently kind of landscaped into what was an old stately home park. The place where the university itself is was once a barracks during World War II, and there's still a couple of buildings that remain from that. So it's a campus which is rich in history, and you can experience that all the time as you're wandering around it if you just keep your eyes open.